Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I think and I want to thank the panel for the engagement with the committee and for your work with each of us on both sides of the aisle over the last few weeks in light of these recent failures. Before I get to my questions, I think picking up where the ranking member left off is absolutely ideal in discussing the S2155 and a lot of argument in this city that somehow it was a contributing factor to the failure of Silicon Valley Bank and potentially others. I think that argument just falls on its face. I base that on not only my work here in the Congress, but 40 years of being involved in regulated institutions. It's just a talking point, not a material assessment, and Vice Chair Barr has absolutely just simply demonstrated to the whole committee precisely why that argument is not accurate, which is the supervision of our financial system rests in the hands of these agencies, and they have full discretion to use their best judgment to deliver that supervision on a daily basis, whether it's in a particular regional bank in California or in a macro basis. And the Vice Chairman says the statute has the authority that facilitates the proper execute of their statutory obligations, notwithstanding the modest reforms to Dodd-Frank that S2155 sought to make. And we shouldn't throw the baby out of the bathwater on this issue about tailoring, because one of the complaints on both sides of the aisle about Dodd-Frank was it was one size fits all. And it did not tailor the capital, liquidity, and leverage requirements based on bank size, and more importantly, the risk profile of the bank. Here, Silicon Valley is a large institution, but its risk profile was what was, I think, shocking when we look at the facts. So, bottom line is we have real diversity in banking in our country. This is a strength. It differentiates our banking system from those around the world, and we need to preserve and enhance the diversity and strength of our banking system. Crisis politics trying to return to one-size-fits-all approaches to prudential regulation, in my view, will just exacerbate this challenge and make it harder to have a broad, diverse system. So, in my view, it wasn't S2155 or passing legislation, not passing that legislation would have anyway prevented this. It was clearly a failure of supervision and management.